Hello and welcome back to the channel, folks. HeirofCarthage here, and I am ready to continue some Chaos Tyranny as the Dawijar, and I hope you all are ready too. We do have some potential fights in the wings here, but first I want to start with William Halberg's comment, which was fantastic, I must say. He says, Air, first off, your face makes Greasus look pretty. On a more serious note, thank you for these videos. My potato limits me to what I can play myself, so watching these is very entertaining. Thank you for making the highly entertaining videos. Cheers. See, I invite you all to make fun of me, and he took advantage of it. I appreciate it. No, I got a lot of funny comments last time because, of course, I was just inviting you all to come in. You might be wondering, like, Eric, why do you invite us to comment? Well, YouTube's kind of a weird thing. And it helps me a lot whenever you interact with the video. And I don't like to pester you all about it because no one likes those kind of videos. So I'm just encouraging you to do something that might be fun, you know, like poke fun at someone, not have to leave some kind of serious comment. Now, of course, if you want to leave a serious comment, I get some of those too, and they're very helpful, like reminding me of things. Like, for instance, that there's a seat in the tower that we need to claim. So let's do that. But yeah, we get, and by the way, that was Arctic Fox. Thank you for the reminder. So yes, whatever kind of comment you want to leave, I appreciate it. I do read them all. I don't get to respond to all of them because work's just way too crazy for me to get to that point. But I do read them all, and I appreciate it, and it does help the channel, and is very much appreciated. Fortunately, fortunately, I was about to talk about something else. Hey, what up, balloon people? If we wait one turn here, I will have a fairly significant army with Astragoth, and we can move to guard Pigbarter. Unfortunately, Pigbarter does not have a barracks to help defend it, but we do get a few decent units, some Infernal Guards, some Warriors, some Chaos Troops. They must have a settlement there. And then we've got the Hell Cannon. These units won't do much. That's a pretty tough Cathay army. It's not insignificant. I must have forgotten to build this, but we can probably just move some labor over and rush the construction. It would give us a little bit more, probably not anything super substantial. Let's just build it. I'm not going to move the labor around at the moment. This army is not going to provide any significant support. Let's see, this army was about to head out and get some vengeance for me. Then we had this army here as well. So we've got some recruitment that's going to finish on the next turn. Let's go ahead and grab that recruitment. I'm going to save up a little bit more from armament standpoint. Squighorn. I could probably repair Mount Squighorn at this point because I'd like to have those armaments. I feel like with us recruiting these new units, we're going to have a great need of more armaments and raw materials. So we might want to start pushing for some new territory to help fund it all. Alright, let's end our turn. It might not be a bad idea for me to get an outpost either. There could be some useful units we could recruit from our Chaos friends. So I might want to check into the different outposts available to me as we get a little bit of money available. Because sometimes those outpost units can be quite a nice touch. Alright, Skarsnik, who tore down my settlement at the forest, thinks that he can take on Astragoth the Iron Hand, and he is sorely mistaken. Let's see what the terrain is like for this particular battle. If it's an open field battle, well, it's worse than that. It's a choke point for Skarsnik. What is this? Is this a settlement? I can't tell. I think it may be a settlement. So let's just deploy and see what we get here. Alright, folks, the battle's getting underway. My reinforcements are arriving. And it is a settlement battle, just a small settlement. And I'm going to move some of my forces up. My Dreadquake Mortar apparently already wants a piece of the enemy. I like it. That's some solid aggression. Move my units up in here. There we go. Alright, so I got all my units on the move. I built some barricades here. And I'm setting up some missile units up on top. Try and do a little bit of damage here. This is just to slow the enemy down. Oh my gosh, yeah. Have fun with capture points when you got a Dreadquake Mortar shooting at you, by the way. The AI is going to go after some capture points. That's fine. I'm not particularly concerned with the ramifications of such. I am going to just kind of continue to build nuisance towers and other stuff here. Let's see, can we pinpoint? I want to get some blunderbuss up onto these platforms because it'll probably just be extraordinarily entertaining. Let's see. Alright, good. My units are moving up. Let's take... I'm going to take Astragoth out and see if I can lure some units up into this vicinity. The AI has to move around me in most places, which is not going to be a super easy or effective way for them to get through. Boy, that Iron Demon is just going for it. Not bothered a bit. Okay. What's this over here? An Ragnarok spider? Alright, I've got some units up here to act as bait. I say units, it's Astragoth. I'm gonna see. The enemy, though, is kind of going around me over here. Let's put a nuisance blocker right here as well, just to slow them down. And then I'm thinking I might pull... I don't know if my guys can shoot over the edge of this, but... they can certainly shoot from, like, right here. So I'm going to set up kind of a murder hole here with my blunderbuss. Okay. Are they shooting at me from here, but I can't shoot at them? Just pull them back and set them there. Yeah, the AI is not gonna have an easy time of this. Astragoth is still sitting here. And John, okay, yeah, the spider's like, no thanks, no thanks. Yeah, that is a solid choice. That is definitely not. You don't want to be walking towards that. All right, let's see. Bringing some units up. Boy, that Iron Demon is just going to town without me giving it any orders whatsoever. I like the zeal. I do. It's a very zealous strategy for them to take. These spiders are really getting on my nerves. I guess I could just bombard them. They'll probably move, but I don't care. Alright, yeah, so the AI is utterly screwed. This is not going to end well for them. This is not going to end well at all. Looks like my Iron Demon still getting to work here. 1,400, 2,000 for a magic tower, probably. Alright. Our infantry shouldn't have too much problem mopping this fight up. They're getting hit by some squigs, which are decent anti-infantry tools. Let's just give them a quick hand. Those squigs actually did pretty well. They may have scrap upgrades, by the way, too. Yeah, look at that, 59 attack. That's some pretty solid squig hoppers. Go ahead and run them out. Squigs are pretty good anti-infantry tools. I need a blunderbuss unit, please. Thank you. I love how, like, none of Skarsnik's forces are coming anywhere near Astragoth. He's just standing right out there. They're like, no, we're all right. No thanks. Oh, get wrecked. It's an archer unit way back here. Hey, Merry Christmas. I have some Cathay. They love to share the spirit of the season with you. That season being your death. Skarsnik must be back here because we just got hit by the fermented fungi. Yep, there he is. That's okay. I got a present for these incoming units. Come on in. Join the fray. Come on. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. My Cathay fixed some enemy units and held them in place for an epic bombardment. Oh man. I really don't get tired of just how much fun the Chaos Dwarves are. They are really and truly a fun addition to the game. I need... Let's pull these Orc Laborers over here. Alright. I don't really think these towers are going to be necessary, but I'm going to build it. You know what would be cool is if the towers were persistent. So, like, you did get into a battle and you built them. Oof. That is a pretty direct hit, though I don't think the Iron Demon's going to do significant damage in this case. Let's get our... Let's have some big boys ready to help block this entrance. Yeah, look at this. All the greenskins are just bypassing the front line. That's funny. Alright, we should actually have no problem. I was going to use my blunderbuss, but I don't have great positioning here, so I'm just gonna move in and beat the ever-loving crap out of the spider headlong. I'm gonna try and like get around and surround a little bit, but I mean, our Bull Centaur renders are more than capable of getting in here and dishing out the armor-piercing damage needed for this fight. And the blunderbuss are still going to get some cheap shots in. Give me some cover here. There we go. That'll give me some cover against the goblin archers. So Skarsnik, his forces were kind of a pathetic joke here in terms of any real possibility of posing a threat. There we go. No way these guys are capable of standing up to 5 units of Bull Centaur Riders. They can smoke bomb all they want. It's going to make no difference. I give them a little bit of bombardment here. I'm just playing with my food at this point. Watch this. Oh man, I love demonstrating raw power here. So much fun. Speaking of, I need to get into the setting. Where are the settings? Settings. Default groups to lock. Default guard mode. I do not want that. All right. Apply changes. There we go. So that's where my guard mode stuff is coming into play. I actually do not want default guard mode. These nasty skulkers are unbreakable, and they're going to wish that they had been breakable. Because rather than breaking and fleeing, I'm going to break their body parts from the main. So rest in pepperonis, you sweet little goblins. Looks like Skarsnik is probably right out here in front of us. Let's go do a little bit of scouting here, and let's take Astragoth, his friend up here. That is probably Skarsnik right here, because he is fairly difficult to spot. We should get eyes on him with the Taurus here. I've lost a victory point. I didn't realize we had a victory point here. It's funny, it's kind of not even marked. It's just marked as a supply point. They called it a victory point. Is it actually a victory point? Ooh, Skarsnik's in blunderbuss range. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for him. Come on, Skarsnik, scoot up here. Come on. Come get you some. You have a target, blunderbuss. Alright, let's have a little fun. Old Skarsnik here. Oh, Skarsnik. You just don't know what you stepped in here. Alright, so a victory there for us. I'm gonna just snag some laborers. We don't really need anything else. I mean, money's always nice, though. I guess we could just snag some money. Let's snag the cash. We should be good from a labor standpoint. We're at 99% production, and the more we fight, the better off here. Wow, this is a desperation attack by Skarsnik, I guess, because we just defeated him. Well, rest in pieces, you sweet goblin. I wonder if his faction was spawned. Yeah, it was spawned. Maybe, well, I think he has settlements, so I don't know why he suicide attacked there. I'm a little confused. Maybe he was stuck. A defensive alliance with the eccentric, or ecstatic Legion. They're probably eccentric too. But let's go ahead and accept that. Boy, we've got a real chaos tide rolling here. Oh, and we got some fresh meat. What's up, you stinking rat? Did you take any of my territory? Because if you own any of my territory, I don't even know, like, where are these guys at? I don't know why I should give these cellar dwellers a peace treaty. I'm just gonna leave it be. I may end up regretting that, but what up, Jarl? What's a trade agreement? I agree to this. Trade with all the Chaos Brothers here. Alright, settlement is besieged at Pig Barter. I am not surprised that the settlement was besieged. What does the auto-resolve think of our chances of breaking said siege? I'm guessing it's not a great chance. Our recruitment finished up. We're still doing good over here in terms of production, despite new units coming online. Situation garrisoned. Yeah, so it does not like our chances, and I don't either. I mean, that's a tough Cathay force there. Very tough. What? Why are these guys? Were they recruiting from Pig Barter? They were recruiting from Pig Barter. How annoying. That's irritating. I wonder if I move up to this point, if we can attack Cathay and... Oh, they have reinforcements too. Oh, there's 2 Cathay stacks there. Alright, interesting. Unexpected and interesting. They may well destroy my army here at Pig Barter. I'd prefer not. If I attack them, though, can I defeat them with what I have here? I don't really have... I needed those. I needed those, shotguns if I was going to have a good chance here. What happened to the 8 and 1, 13 and 9? So we can still recruit the blunderbuss, but since we didn't do it via global, they got interrupted. And now if I move up, I don't think we'll get there in time, and then Cathay is going to end up with reinforcements. That reinforcement stack is really bad. I mean, my Dreadquake Mortar and Cathay should be pretty tough here. I do have a single unit of Infernal Fire Glaives, and my infantry is very strong. We've got Drazoath as well. I could move up here and attempt to... With them having me sieged, though, I don't think... I can't reach them, and because of the siege... Okay, yeah, they are gonna flee. We can enter an ambush stance here? That seems unfair. Alright, I'm gonna enter that ambush stance and see if we can catch one of these Cathay armies. I'm kind of surprised they ran away from me there, but they must not like the combination once the garrison gets with me. So, interesting. I might go ahead and use this army to go ahead and recruit a couple of blunderbusses. And then we'll see if we can get them into our army on the next turn. This army is almost stacked. We're just waiting on a Dreadquake mortar. And then here we're ready to strike back at Black Iron Mine, which won't count towards our victory since we've already taken it, but this army got over its Skaven... Oh no, there's still Skaven Plague there. How much longer is that going to be around? 2 turns? That's irritating. Let's just maybe bypass that settlement and head to Black Crag and see if we can get some gold anyway. Alright, and then there's a large greenskin force that we can raffle stomp here. And someone asked me another comment, by the way. Let me make sure I get some credit here on the comment. The comment said... Sorry, my phone's locked and doesn't want to unlock for me. Let's see where to go. Someone basically said, why aren't you using lightning strikes? Okay, it was Levi. It says, why aren't you using lightning strikes against the greenskins when they have the Wa army? You absolutely can use lightning strike against the greenskins when they have the Wa army, and it can be the right move in many cases, I would say. The reason why I'm not at the moment is because I am so infinitely more powerful than the greenskins that I intend to just flush them all down the crapper in one fight. There's no need for me to do the lightning strike. Now, you certainly could, and as you can see, now the downside of the lightning strike too, though, to remember, is that my army is going to come into battle tired. So we're going to have reduced vigor. Not a huge deal, but like I said, I prefer to just smack them all down at once, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's get the battle started. I'm going to target some of these blorks on the other side. And there we go. Alright, so I've got my artillery targeted. That first shot's going to miss. The Iron Demon always takes its first shot without your acknowledgement anyway, which is fine. I like the initiative, I guess. I think it's a bug, actually, that needs to be fixed, but whatever. Not that big of a deal. Oh, come on, come on. Score the hit. Score the hit. A little bit short, but enough to make their ears ring. So we've got the enemy experiencing some pain and suffering right off the bat. I love that shot. It missed, but still landed right in the middle of a Savage Orc unit, so that's perfect. Alright, so the greenskins already being made aware of my artillery superiority. I'm still torn. Like, I love the Dreadquake mortar just from the sound effects and the other effects, but I really think that the Magma Cannon is just a superior unit in most regards. I say most regards because it does have some line of sight issues that the Dreadquake mortar does not, but it also fires and gets its shots on target quicker, which can be a big deal. Oof. So yeah, we've already caused some really gruesome damage to the enemy with our artillery fire. They are paying a savage price for this here. And they are insisting on repositioning themselves, which I can't say that I understand the purpose of. Gonna reposition my own troops a little because I think they're gonna be coming in a little bit off to my right. So I'll reposition slightly here. Back up these artillery pieces just a hair. Alright, we've got a moment anyway because the AI is getting all repositioned. Speaking of reposition, they're far too blobbed up for their own good, and let's make life a little more complicated for them, shall we? Look at them scatter. The sky is falling. Merry Christmas, you jerks. Teach you to stand opposite of Hashut. Run, flee, skid or flee. Like little scared Skaven. Oh, man. Absolutely gruesome. And I am here for it. Let's see. I'm gonna target up over here. I think they're just outside of range. My magma cannon's there, but my Iron Demon does have them ranged. It has got a tremendous 518 range at the moment due to the upgrades. We're at 437 on the magma cannons. I don't know what they're shooting at. They've got a different... Oh! They just got dunked. Let's see if we can target that orc boy there. So yeah, this is asking why I don't do the lightning strike. The question would be, why would I do the lightning strike at this point? I can absolutely dunk on the greenskins without without the need. And then I get to enjoy all the extra artillery kills, which are just absolutely astonishing. Beautiful. A real work of art from CA on the artillery effects. I am here for every last bit of it. Alright, looks like our reinforcements arrived. I don't really need them. But you know what? Why not? When in Rome. Set up some reinforcements just to make it to where they can't get around me at all. Okay, so the enemy approacheth. I'm a little bit unhappy with my blunderbuss positioning at the moment. I'm gonna use Astragoth to get over here and slow these large inbound targets so that I can reposition my blunderbuss to mow them to the ground. Alright, so we are about to be attacked. That should be the end of their leader. Alright, we're being attacked in the air here. That's actually okay with me. Let's use Astragoth to put a little bit of a buff up here. And I'm gonna come save my blunderbuss units. I did not get a counter charge here as I should have. That's okay, we'll be fine. Even without the counter charge, our forces are gonna be quite superior in this vicinity. Okay. Alright, so how are the old blunderbuss doing? They're doing well. Let's pull them back because there's a pretty significant push towards my front line. And then let's take our artillery and focus on some archers. And just keep driving our enemies out on these flanks. And Astragoth, let's spin up a hammer and finish up this blob. Alright. We got another bombardment spun up here. And then a little Cathay Fireborn, just for good measure. And then let's buff all our units down here. Give them some extra attack. And yeah, there we go. It's going to be a pretty easy, straightforward victory here. You don't even have to be able to control your troops marvelously. There's some archers fleeing back here that I'm going to make sure they get a taste of the artillery. I don't want them leaving the battlefield without having experienced the true Chaos Dwarf experience here. There we go. Now they've got the experience under their belt. I love this. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this into words. The greenskin in-game was terrifying, I'll be honest, because a few turns ago we didn't have this kind of force, but now I've got a lot of force, and it's funny because it's like the greenskin Wa spawned, the greatest Wa, and it started being rained on by exploding magma and then ran into a wall of steel and pellets. Look at this. 569 kills. 4,658 gold value. Yeah, I'd say it was worth it. Hashtag worth it. And the blunderbuss, too. Look at this one. Just barely had any time to shoot. Still picked up 2,000 gold value. I mean, it is incredible the amount of damage that our armies can output. You know what? We're getting real cash heavy. Let's go ahead and take some labor. That's a lot of labor to get our hands on. Once that splits up, I would imagine that puts us at 100% labor efficiency. It does. And then we get a second shot at these guys in order to extinct them. And there we go. Hey, what you all think of the patch, by the way, that CA put in? I didn't get a chance to make a video to cover it, but it looked pretty cool. Like, they made some changes to Raise the Dead, which after my Cathay campaign, I was kind of begging for those. So that's really cool to see CA make those changes. They were definitely needed. So, yeah, I'm definitely appreciative for those changes to Raise the Dead. Sounds like I ought to tone it down just a little bit. And then they made changes to the Bretonnian units that sounded really cool with the way that peasants and knights work. So that's kind of neat to see them, you know, just doing little tweaks here and there to bring things into kind of the right feel and setting. So I think that's hopefully appreciated by the players. I think it's a pretty cool change. Look at him trying to go around and attack that enemy. That's definitely not what we want. All right, so there we go. I think we are probably ready to end a turn. We do have some Lord Not Moved. I was hoping to catch the vampires here. We can't remove the vampire stench down here without capturing more of their territory. That would require me to head over to Fort Oberstyre or Castle Tempelhof for those. I guess we could push out and grab Essen. I'm a little worried about getting down here, though, and getting caught by some very potent vampire armies. I mean, our troops are strong. They're certainly strong. We do have some good anti-large capability. But, I mean, there's only so much you can ask of a hobgoblin. And don't get me wrong, these guys have proved their value in many battles, and I am appreciative of it. But at the same time, like, I'm a little concerned about the capabilities of this army. In fact, I might just dump this Wolf Rider and try and bring in something better. I have enough armaments that I should be able to get into the Forge and maybe grab an extra render. It's going to be expensive, but needed. And we're way behind on our warrior capacity because we confederated troops. I need to just kind of keep using the armaments that we get to increase our recruitment capability. Let's see whether I can get into a global recruiting camp here and grab... We're over our limit of renders. I'm trying to play catch up here. I guess when we confederated, we got over our limit. Well, Slamasu is not a particularly powerful unit. It does have some cool bound abilities. I don't know if that's the best vampire unit, though. It does have magic attacks, which could be kind of nice. Flying is nice, but it could also just end up getting really outnumbered up in the air. Dang. So I got rid of it, and I can't get more artillery. I might just go back into the ambush stance and wait a turn. Let's go ahead and take care of any skill points we need to. It looks like that's going to be our Ford Tarek here. I'm going to put his remaining points into Mentor so that he can help the other Bull Centaurs level up faster if we need them to, which we probably do. And we do have some cash, and there are a lot of building upgrades potentially. But let's go look at the outpost since we have the cash. The Puppets of Misrule, we can build an outpost with them. And we can take a look at... Okay, so Fortress of Eyes is the only place we can build an outpost with them. And that honestly seems a little bit pointless. Go to diplomacy. Is there a construct outpost thing here? No? Where is it that, trade, settlement, treaties, ally option, outpost available. Okay, so that's where it shows the outpost available. All right. We do have quite a few outposts available. Ecstatic Legion, that could be fun to get some...
I am chosen. You can trust me. Just as Sigmar himself won.
Outpost. Okay. Astragoth. Really? All of these have just terrible recruiting options. Dang, that sucks. Who else do we got the outpost available? So I was thinking it'd be fun to have some Slaanesh units. Let's look at Kolek. Yeah, nothing good. So I guess they've all built outposts with each other, and so we probably just get the leftovers of crappy outpost availability. Let's take a look at the Warhost of the Apocalypse. Yeah, we're just... Oh, wait. That's not who I picked, was it? I I thought I picked Archaon's faction there.
Excellent.
Oh wait, it just keeps going to the puppets of misrule. Why does it go to them? Set target outpost. Huh? Why does it keep defaulting to them? Diplomacy. Or coordination. Why is it like just set to the puppets of misrule? I'm so confused.
Speak, mortal.
Heralds. Okay, now we get the Heralds of the Tempest. I guess it was kind of stuck there. That's strange. Bloodwind Keep. I'm gonna go back and check Slanesh, but it is the same story there.
Do the disciples of
Static outpost. Okay, yeah, it's all garbage recruiting. All right, well, I'm not gonna worry about outposts then right now. Let's just spend some money on our own buildings. So let's pull up and see how we're doing. We got some really expensive defense upgrades to be made. We can use our raw materials here. We have a lot of raw materials. And I'm gonna use some of those here. And let's see. Let's rebuild some of that. Rebuild that. Okay, there we go. So we'll get some good upgrades underway feasibly here. What is this? This one. Raw materials consumed. Conclave influence. We don't even need conclave influence anymore, but okay. Let's go ahead and end our turn. I know Blackwater's not my most at-risk province, but we might as well just spend our money as it comes in, get it working. It takes a long time to complete construction. You certainly can use the labor to accelerate all that by just snagging as much labor, sending it. You can go and get it from your convoys, and you can basically just stack up all that labor and use it as like a cheap building, basically economy. Like you can use it to build up your buildings extremely quickly. But let's just kind of get focused on expanding some more, to be honest. I want to try and avoid that Skaven plague. It's almost gone from that settlement, then we'll head back there. I don't want to have to run back and retreat again because we have to wait 4 or 5 turns for our... Alright, so Pig Barter gets scaled again, or sieged again. And they did it right before we could get those units, so they keep trying to prevent me from recruiting. So Cathay being very schemy here. I don't think they can flee this time, though. I have Lightning Strike available here. Cathay does have these Crane Gunners, which we would need to KO relatively quick here. Assigned to a Hobgoblin unit. Well, that seems pointless. Need to get rid of that banner. Armor piercing weapon damage assigned Lord or Hero. Just go ahead and put that on Lord. If we do let them get reinforcements, they just get a bunch of crappy peasants, including a ton of bows. If I get reinforcements, I actually get some decent stuff from it. So the Lightning Strike would not really make anything better here. So I'm going to go ahead and just fight the battle standard, and we'll control the large army. Get the battle underway. My Dreadquake Mortar, I'm going to target their Train Gunners. They're likely to start trying to reposition as they wait for reinforcements. My Dreadquake Mortar is going to be quite inaccurate compared to my other one. My other one's double gold or triple gold chevron, you know, Regiment of Renown. It's going to be very powerful. I'm going to actually come up here and harass them. Like, if they're going to pull away from me, and they are pulling away from me, but they're actually heading towards my reinforcements. And I don't want my units killed. I might go ahead and push up a little here. How long? So they got 1:29. I'm gonna... Oh, we just buried some of their units with that. That was a hit right there. Let's see. Let's fire up a hammer. Oh, that's a great spot for a hammer right there. Hammer him! Hammer him! Get him! Go! Alright, pretty effective. Not bad, not bad. Let's get out of there because we could get hit by Crane Gunners any moment here. Alright, bombardment's on its way. And then let's drop yet another. I'm gonna like just kind of keep the attention on here. Try and hammer out some of these crane gunners. Oh, brutal bombardment there. Absolutely crushing bombardment. So we just got a nasty hit onto them. Oh, and a direct hit with the Dreadquake mortar there. Or no, that was that other huge bombardment. Holy cow. Cathay is getting absolutely dumped on right now. And I am here for every last bit of it. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Yeah! Alright, we've used up our magic reserve pretty well, but I mean, boy, we got their attention. Alright, they are after our reinforcements with their crane guns, and that doesn't concern me a ton, except for where it is my hero. I don't want him getting swatted down here. What do we got here? Cannon? Put our cannon on target. And then I don't mind kind of running some infantry forward here, the rest of these units. Alright, let's just send our units in over here. The AI is still awaiting more of their reinforcements. I don't have much left in the magic pool at the moment. Boy, they are hurting my... I'm gonna get up here and try and put a hurt on those ranged units because they are going after my cannon, and I do not want that damage into my cannon. Okay, I can now retarget my cannon. Start picking at that. They are picking at me over here too. So let's give them a little love there. Alright, my Cathay Fireborn. Getting some good stuff done. Let's pull these units back, and it's not going to be great taking on these big terracotta sentinels like this, but I think we can do it. I'm going to shoot their balloon out of the sky here in just a moment. And let's see, I need my Dreadquake mortar to target these inbound reinforcements. There are some beautiful looking targets over there. And I need to get rid of those right there, so let's head that way. And send some units this direction. Alright, so we are going to bring their balloon down. And then I've got a blob set up over here that I can shotgun to death. Let's see if my Dreadquake mortar can land any shots over here. They're trying to get into my flank, but I'm going to bring my destroyer out. And let's get our other destroyer out for some fun here. So, enemy is in pretty bad shape. Alright, there goes their lord, shot from the sky. Let's get these terracotta sentinels next. There's 3 of them. I'm going to kind of bury them in infantry units and then get them with missile fire. And then I've got some leaders back here that are getting crane gunned to death that I'm not thrilled about. But I think most of the crane guns have been handled at this point. In fact, we can push on over to here. Alright, my destroyer. Oh, boy, yeah, that Dreadquake mortar did get a hold of some of their reinforcements. Where is my mortar, by the way? Here? Yeah, it's got 661 kills. And that number's probably about to increase yet again. Look at these destroyers doing their work on these peasant bows. Let's see if the mortar can land a hit over here. There's a ton of peasant bows. Yeah, here comes the mortar. Here comes the mortar, and let's give them a little extra. Oh my gosh, yeah. Just absolutely beautiful bombardments. Alright, all of the terracotta sentinels are being shot to death. And I'm here for that. Looks like the Cathayan forces are going down convincingly here. I'm letting my destroyers get a little action just because we haven't seen them yet, but I'm kind of remiss to not just let my Dreadquake mortar do its thing to all these peasant archers, because the kill count might possibly have gotten over 1,000 there. Let's watch the destroyers in action for just a minute. These peasant bows. They come to battle, they get talked into fighting for the great Dragon Emperor, and then this is what they find. And they're like, really? This is what you recruited us for? Should have stayed behind the wall. The Great Bastion was your only chance. And let's be honest, it's not going to last under this kind of assault either. Look, here goes some of their elite. I think these is the Regiment of Renown Celestial Dragon Guard, maybe? Getting hit by the Destroyer. Should see another Dreadquake Mortar inbound here in a moment. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It is just gorgeous. Really good looking game. Alright, I'll see you all back on the campaign map. So one thing you can't do is be indecisive in the face of Chaos Dwarf Artillery. And magic, by the way. So look at that. We picked up 1,736 gold value on Drazhoath, 9,300 damage with his spells and stuff. Our Fireborn mostly just got a hold of peasants, but still, it was a fun performance. But look at this. 66,778 damage with 6,497 worth of gold, and 944 kills on the Iron Demon Dreadquake Mortar. I mean, that is absolutely disgustingly beautiful. And I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. So I appreciate Cathay coming on over to party and providing... oh, wow, that is a very abundant source of labor that we can pick up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up that labor source. So, welcome to the mines. Got plenty of Cathay and laborers now. Boy, they made a big mistake. They made a real big mistake. You messed with the wrong army here. I can go ahead and stop recruiting these guys this turn, and I'll go ahead and just stick them straight into this army. So, since I have the money, I'm gonna go ahead and do these. I don't know. I think we'll get them locally. I don't think we'll get attacked on this turn end. And we might as well stack up one more infantry. And I'm trying to build this army all the way up. This army, oh my gosh, that Dreadquake Mortar. That Dreadquake Mortar. Wow. I mean, just wow. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, Drazhoath the Ashen is up at 29. And I believe we did a pretty good job getting all of his stuff ready here. We could buff the... yeah, that one's pretty sweet there that we got. Ashen, hit point, recovery time, barrier. Ooh, another bombardment. Wins a magic cost for Flames of Asgore. Okay, so we don't have Flames of Asgore yet. Let's grab that. And then we can use his special ability on it. And then the Fire Sorcerer in the stack with him. Looks like we can get Piercing Bolts. And there we go. What else would we want to grab for Drazhoath's army? Should we make it like a third destroyer and have it just be absolutely disgusting? I think the answer, I feel like the answer is yes. Like, I do. I feel like that's a definite yes. Okay. Grand Reaper. Alright, sweet. We picked up an extra Cathay, and that's what we just recruited, I believe. And mount gained. Another mount gained. Alright, looking good. These guys got some skill points out of that too for serving as reinforcements. And let's go ahead and keep working on this blue chain for them now. And we should really do Mentor with some of our lords, and then it'll help start spreading some of their stuff over to these younger ones at this point. It's final transmutation. Okay, looking good. Order hero not move. So Astragoth has his movement points. He got pretty well replenished. We do still have... We've got issues because we've got... Where did this army come from? Oh, it's my convoy. I was like, what the heck is that? Well, yeah, we got green skins everywhere. I've got an army approaching Black Crag from that direction, though, so I'm kind of tempted to just take this army back north to protect the Silver Road and lash back out towards Crooked Moon, and then this army can go ahead and make the crossing here to Black Crag. And Drazhoath is going to be all set. Is that a... Yeah, that's a Cathayan convoy. I don't need to attack it. I'm not sure I would win if I did at the moment. The vampires are kind of back over here. We've picked up some more armaments. I need something to recruit in this army. It would have been cool, actually, to stick that destroyer in this army. Especially for fighting vampires, a destroyer could be good as long as we keep it clear of magic attacks. What do we got here? Let's head into the Hellforge and see what's available. It's not cheap to get more destroyers, and it's not going to be cheap to get more renders. Plus, we have to get several more upgrades on the renders before we actually get to take advantage of it. Gosh, I really want the destroyer. Like, I mean, I really want the destroyer. All right. There we go. Grab a destroyer. It's gonna take me many turns to get said destroyer, but it'll be worth it when we do. Yeah, we need some new territory. We're also gonna want to upgrade our armament production. And let's see, what does this building do here? This one we can either get more raw material output. Which at this point, is this an outpost? Yeah, we're about to be able to get raw materials there. But I'm not sure that one would use income for raw materials. Let's just do this building, because I don't need anything else there at the moment. Go ahead and run those upgrades here. Materials consumed. That would mostly be good for a factory province. Alright, let's go ahead and see what else we need to do. This army, I need this army to go and start earning its keep. There's not much more to put in it from a recruiting standpoint because we're running low on units. Trying to think what else we could do. I mean, we could always just throw like some wolf archers in here or something just to be irritating to the enemy. Or just some hobgoblin archers. Wouldn't be bad versus the vampires. The flaming, honestly, would probably be pretty good against vampires. Be better to have some staying power in case we end up against infantry. But these hobgoblins aren't going to be near as good without Gorda's backstabber. So I'm gonna try the archers just to have something to fill up the ranks, because we need to push out and grab some more territory, which I'm working on. I think we're close to the right position to go do so. Let's see, training probably wouldn't hurt. Okay. Garrison Lord not moved. I'm not concerned about them not moving. Let's leave the building upgrades alone for now. In another turn, so we continue to make really good money. We've got max labor output because of the kind donation of workers from Cathay. We've won many big battles. I think we've made some good progress here, and we're about to gain some new territory. I'm going to pick up Black Crag, and we should be about to start pushing back. Waldenhorf is going to get hit here, or Waldenhof. I'm not surprised. I figured the vampires would have taken that sooner, honestly. That was just more of a distraction settlement at the moment. So we'll take it back. Again, not terribly worried about it. I just want to get some better units in that army before I push out of the mountains. My Hobgoblin army leaves me a little bit concerned. Like, if we end up 2-1 against vampires, I'm concerned about the Hobgoblin army. Having that destroyer in it would make a huge difference, because that will certainly help tank vampire blobs, especially if it's not ethereal units. Settlement besiege, Karazakarak. Okay, so we got a double goblin siege at Karazakarak. We pick up a black shard armor. It's not bad. Tower of Jar reward. Oh, we got a magic item. That's probably what it was there that we just saw. So the Tower of Jar paying dividends. Hey, what's up? Y'all want to visit? If I attack, I don't think I get these guys as reinforcements. Oh yeah, we do. Well, losers be gone. Let's go ahead and end the episode with a little bit of money pickup here. And yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and slag these guys and just pick up the money. Alright, so Karazakarak is freed from its siege. And I'm laughing too. I find that pretty funny. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade Karazakarak. Alright, I am done. I keep having fun here, and I keep just wanting to continue to own our enemies, but I'm going to have to call it. No more time this episode. I'll see you all soon. HeirofCarthage, signing out.